So something strange happened to me while I was playing Among Us. In the previous video, I encountered a player by the name of Sophia. She somehow managed to get my information and contacted my phone number. When she found me at Among Us, she was doing very strange things. Every time I would get close to her, my game would glitch. And she summoned a snake by the name of Azar, who was the one that managed to get my phone number. And ever since that day, my game has been broken. And my mission in this video is to follow the steps that Sophia told me in order for me to be safe. And before we get started with today's video, if you do enjoy my content and want to see more, make sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more of my videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. You are always welcome to be part of the Chari family. But now, let's begin. So now it's time for me to solve these steps that Sophia left me. And I'm gonna be doing these steps on free play. And if it doesn't work on free play, then I'll get into a regular match. So the first step, you need to do all your tasks in Among Us. And I'm assuming that I have to do them in order. Step 2. You need to be in the technical areas that are found in Mira HQ for 10 seconds. I'll just go to the same places as Sophia went last time. And finally, step 3. You need to go around the greenhouse 10 times. That way I can get rid of my pet snake Azar. I wish you luck. So this shouldn't be all that difficult. I think I got what it takes to get it done. So I got into a match of free play and I'm really nervous. I'm hoping that Sophia is telling the truth. But she shouldn't be someone that you should trust at all. I have 4 tasks to do. I need to go to the hallway and fix the wires, reactor to divert the power, launchpad to run diagnostics, and cafeteria to empty the trash. I need to get moving so that I can go to the technical areas that are found on this map and hopefully encounter Azar. Getting the wires done was pretty easy, since I've done wires like a million times already. So that's 1 task down, 3 more to go. I'm also keeping my eyes open as I'm navigating through the map, just to see if anything happens. So I did the task that I needed to do in reactor, and now I need to go over to office. I'm just warning you guys right now that if you ever find Sophia in your lobby, I'd recommend that you leave as soon as possible, since she is a bad person and not someone that you should trust. So now I got my second task done. Now I need to go over to the launch pad, and so far no signs of Sophia or Azar. I did my task in Launchpad and I had to wait for the percentage to drop to 0, which did take a while. But that's task number 3 done. Only 1 more to go. I really don't know why Sophia is making me do all these tasks. Like, what is it supposed to achieve? Maybe she wants me to prepare the shit for Azar. I don't really know, but I just finished emptying the trash and I'm done with all my tasks. I even got the notification. So now I need to retrace the steps that Sophia did with the technical areas that can be found on this map. I stood in admin, which is the location that I first saw Sophia, and she wanted me to do it for 10 seconds. Now I made it to medbay and I stood in here for another 10 seconds. And for some reason my screen isn't glitching. But whatever, I'm almost done. I was now in Launchpad and I stood next to the fuel tank. I want to make sure that every location is correct. Now that I'm done with that, I have to go over to reactor. I stood next to Crono's sphere. Well, I wasn't exactly next to it, I was in front of it, since it is dangerous. Now I need to go over to laboratory, and I think Sophia was washing her hands, so I'm gonna copy her. And now the last location that I saw Sophia was in the greenhouse, which is also the same location that I saw Azar, so I made my way over there, and I stood next to the big container, but there was no signs of Azar. Since I was having my doubts, I got into a match, and the lights were off in the cafeteria. Why isn't my game working? I tried to leave, but everyone was crowded at the door, and we were just stuck here. Could Azar be behind all of this, since he has access to my account? I started to panic because I couldn't leave. I want to do my task, and I'm trapped with all of these players. So I tried to call a meeting and I somehow managed to do it. I just kept clicking on my mouse and it worked. I told the crewmates that I managed to call a meeting. What is happening? And the players said we still have a hacker. And they were wondering how a meeting was called, and I told them that I was the one that did it. And the players wanted to kick me out. And I told them I just saved us. Bodies were then being reported non-stop, including mine. And it just kept going and going. We somehow got into a meeting, but went back to how it was before. Bodies were being reported over and over. I really don't know what's wrong with my game until it all stopped and we won the game. Maybe I shouldn't ignore what Sophia told me. I should probably get into a regular game and do what she told me. I was now the imposter. I need to take Sophia more serious, since I'm probably running out of time. And since I am the imposter this game, I don't have to worry about the task. I'm hoping that they count from free play. I entered admin and I stood in the corner. The only hard part about being the imposter is the waiting game. People are gonna find it way too suspicious that I'm just standing there. After I led admin, my screen began to glitch. Just a little bit. So it looks like I'm connecting with Azar. Now I need to enter medbay and continue the steps. I was now in medbay and I was afraid that I would mess something up. But luckily I didn't. I was still in the game. Since I left medbay, I was glitching even more. Azar is approaching. I stood in launchpad alone. And after I got done, I was glitching even more. Every time that I would go to the technical areas, I would just glitch. And it wasn't happening on free play. I was now in reactor with my imposter buddy. And we could have went for the double kill, but I have a mission to do. I have to get rid of Sophia. So I had to ignore him. And I left reactor and I entered the laboratory. The final location before the greenhouse. I was getting really nervous because my game was going crazy. All I know is that Azar is approaching me. I was now in the greenhouse and it looks like a few other crewmates are waiting for Azar's arrival. And while I was there, my screen wasn't really working. Everything was fuzzy and my screen started to turn off and on, almost as if the power was going off. I could then see a brown crewmate, and it was Killer. My screen went dark and he disappeared, and that is when I could hear a noise coming from the left side. So I turned around and I could hear something approaching me. My screen then went dark again, and Sophia walked in, and I was no longer an imposter. Sophia was standing behind the bushes, just staring at me, and the creature was approaching me. My screen went dark and silent, and that is when Azar appeared. His body was wrapped around the container, and he was getting close to me. As he was getting closer, my screen was getting darker, until everything went off. And when the lights turned back on, Killer appeared. Killer is known to be one of the only imposters who can summon other creatures. But he didn't summon Azar. That was Sophia. So what is he doing here? Crono then appeared and froze everything. Crono then distorted my entire screen until everyone was gone. No Killer, no Azar, and no Sophia. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to drop a like down below. I do also want to give a shout out to Kitty for helping me produce this video. If you want to support a smaller creator, make sure to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And check out these other Among Us story videos that are found on my channel.